back. Chair recognizes Mr. Keene.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to thank.
I've been in law enforcement since 19.
All three of our witnesses.
Well, clearly, it's not going to let me do that.
With us today.
So,
and for the important
while I'm here recording for this, I was preferring it was going to be Austin and Millie, but this is what I had lined up, so this will do.
I share Chairman McCall's sentiment.
Two cops right here. This one calling them out. This one working in California, trying to figure out how to make this work as far as the security card, security union, rather ours or in any state winter games, as far as the dot plot in that model. But I wanted to specifically. This is an important notation. I hope you watch both of these. You got to have this in here. They need to be able to have that too. And that's a good guy, good sheriff anyway. So both of them here, whatever this is.
With the highest degree of effectiveness and efficiency.
Okay. Let's look at this case. This is very important to Santiago nowadays, especially while dealing with Ukraine or anybody else that's going to claim said insanity. Well, old AC here just did a brief that could come up today. I like how he delivers, so, other than him being a cop and a reserve guard, a drill sergeant, E6. Talking about this case, you understand they're at that military base. For this to have happened is a PSDD situation. Whether the cyclotron was wrong or how the oversight brought this into the situation. I'd still have to say, why not recruit me, seeing that I'm catching 25% recruiting, and therefore what the effects would be in Ukraine because of an incident like this. How many are the Primarch into the Inquisition's inquiry to the number? And therefore it's the sequential costs and any field charges that may be relative to it.
And for the Department
Again, it won't let me. I'd love to. Just let him open up a vein. This case, again, to them getting code red in some way, or not cyclotroned into it, where they hung up their keys, is this Mason Department of the Security Guard Union back to taking those criminals and putting them into this situation and tracking that result thereof, right? That's the only way I can guarantee this Eddie Curran on the Almanac Hydron Collider clock here works. It's not based in the gluon, but instead, this case, the photon, and there's gravity and electromagnetism that follows. Alien, the mutant, the heretic, I suppose.
And are they ready to respond to reports of waste, fraud, or abuse?
When you do take that moment, just at this picture, guy, army, gun, school ship, come in.
I can start just speaking.
This bus had to have been stopped at the right spot. Jumped in the bush.
We have the Defense Criminal Investigative Service, which has.
That's not training from the military. Come on, let's get real.
In wartime situations all around
but
the world.
For them to make this kind of determination that I need to leave here because drill sergeant, with me freely recruiting into this system, made me not be able to leave. Whether it's a Blackfoot tribe or something, it's like you understand that they have the right to leave. You just can't. That's the whole argument. I mean, I need that corn garden number. I need wheat. I need the outputs and inputs and some test on you to make sure that
from USA's perspective, I would echo all of those things and say further that our investigators are used to working in
if I look at that and say the reason why the Russian
direct
is bombing the shit out of this farm,
when we have
being a farm,
pursue every criminal,
probably has more to do with the personnel that's involved with it. Now, if I can't get that to a Supreme Court, America, the amendments and Bill of Rights, being the major grievance in which why I would have been over there having to be the 45-45.
Arrest ourselves, but we can use suspension and debarment as a tool to keep these bad actors from showing up in other UN programs.
Yeah, we have police because it keeps. In the long run, what it'll do without them is they'll tie rebar to corn stalks and mess up the farmer. Not to any. I mean, you give them a chance, they'll put a railroad tie across the tracks when it's holding chemicals because the Greenpeace don't fully fucking understand. Again, this cyclotron here. In that way, you are not fucking allowed to leave. I know you think it's the better option of survival while dealing in the woods, but every cop out there looking for you, not because of any freaking reason, but the most local incidents. And you probably would claim it. Yeah, you're in a car with a white girl and you're 33. She's 18, you're 33, and she's got a bunch of meth and heroin problems, and you're in the car because the cops pulled you over and you have warrants. Regardless if they were watching the whole fucking thing go down.
But we're also being
now you can claim it, hate or whatever, but you don't have those charges in that incident, then you don't get in trouble.
If at all possible. Wow. And so the fraud
because it goes back down to that case. Look at those cops. I don't want that in here. It's an easy thing to restaff those, especially from oversight.
So all of those
hiring,
things are already happening and really position us very well to act.
None of these. I don't think there should be anybody in this room that doesn't have kind of like that's war chest of people.
First, let's prep the meat. No beef. First, we're gonna get the ingredients.